We haven't done an update on the arcs that I currently have out from NetGalley on which books I need to read for 2025, and I think it is time to do that update and let you know what books I'm going to be reading and when they are coming out. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, like I said, we're going to be going through all the arcs that I currently have out on NetGalley. I'm going to let you know what format I have them in because I have one audiobook and the rest are ebook arcs that I have, and I'm also going to let you know what date they will be releasing. But before we get into today's video, please always make sure that you like and subscribe and check my description box down below for all of my links to my socials, Pango Books account, which has many books on there if you want to pick up books that I have unhauled. Also my Patreon, there is a new video that is going to be coming to my Patreon in February, the first or second week. I'm excited for it. I can't wait to see what my Patreons think of it. Also, my Bookish Box Ambassador link where you can get 10% off the entire website using my link below. You can get yourself an ACOTAR sweatshirt and many more things on there. Also, my Fable app link is down below. Come join us and read with us on the book club there. I'll be very honest with you. I don't remember what these books are about that I have here. So what I'm gonna do is let you know in publication order what books are coming out that I will be reading before they are released. I'm also going to read the description from Goodreads because I do not remember, like I said, what these books are about. I have made it my goal for 2025 that unless it is a sequel from a book that I have already read from NetGalley, I'm not going to be getting any more until I get fully caught up because I want to read for my physical TBR, and I've over the past several months have put myself in a slump where I am having to read arcs and not my physical TBR, and I want to correct that in 2025. We're going to be getting rid of all of these, reading through them, DNFing if there's any DNFs, which thankfully there haven't been so far, and just kind of clearing that out. The first one I'm going to talk about is the only audiobook arc that I have on NetGalley right now. That is The Beasts We Bury by D.L. Taylor. This comes out on February 4th, so it's just right around the corner. I really need to listen to this audio arc, but let's go ahead and read what it's about. Maybe it'll spark my interest a little bit to pick it up quickly. I'm not quite sure, but it says, will he still her heart or her chance at the throne? Daughter and heir to the throne, Mancella Cliff yearns for a life without bloodshed, but as a child she emerged from the broken citadel with the power to summon animals, only after killing them with her bare hands. Her magic is a constant reminder of the horrors her father, the ruler of the realm, has forced upon her to strengthen their power. Silver is a charming thief struggling to survive in a world torn apart by Mancella's father's reign. When a mysterious benefactor recruits him for the heist of a lifetime, a chance to rob the castle, Silver relishes the opportunity for a real future and revenge. But he'll have to manipulate Mance and earn her trust to pull it off. As the deception and carnage mount, Mance must find a way to save her realm without becoming the ruthless monster she's been bred to be. And when Silver discovers that his actions are fueling the violence that Mance wants to prevent, he'll have to choose between his ambition and the girl he's falling for. So that sounds really good and unique. I don't think that I'm gonna like the part where she can summon animals that she kills with her bare hands. Like that may be something that puts me off about this book, but I am pretty excited to listen to this. It says it's a dark YA romantasy, so I don't know what triggers are going to be in this book. I myself don't have any triggers, but that doesn't mean that I like to read things that are kind of unsettling to me, mainly about animals. Also, on that same day of February 4th, we have The Rose Bargain by Sarah Peyton Smith. I know that this book is also going to be in, I think it's the Fairy Loot book box, so I'm pretty excited to see what they do, but it's already a beautiful cover, and I know that it was pitched as The Cruel Prince meets The Selection. I love both of those series, so I'm really intrigued on how this author has made this world unique and it's not like a mashup of them. So I'm pretty excited. Let's go ahead and read the description. Every citizen of England is granted one bargain from their immortal Fey Queen. High society girls are expected to bargain for qualities that will win them suitors, a rare talent for piano in exchange for one's happiest childhood memory, a perfect smile for one's ability to taste. But Ivy Benton's debut season arrives with a shocking twist. Competition to secure the heart of the Queen's Fey son, Prince Bram, a prize that could save Ivy's family from ruin and free her sister from the bargain that destroyed her. Yet every glittering Fey deal has a rotting heart, and at the center of this contest is a dark plot that could destroy everything Ivy knows. Okay, I am so excited and really want to get into this book immediately. I remember getting the arc of it and I couldn't wait to read it, but I had so many other books to read before it. I'm really excited because it seems like it's not going to be like The Selection where she goes in and lets the prince know what's going on and he just keeps her around so her family can stay alive, basically, is how The Selection was. And I really like how these Fae are going to be somewhat cruel and to what their true nature really is in like folklore. So I'm excited to see how this book plays out. And I don't know, is this a standalone? But it just says that it is a sweepingly romantic and deceptively enchanting. This alternate history romantasy will enthrall readers of Holly Black, Stephanie Garber, and Adeline Grace. Now, I do love Holly Black, and Stephanie Garber, I really loved her Once Upon a Broken Heart series. Didn't really like the Caraval series, so she's kind of hit or miss for me. But also, I've never read from Adeline Grace, so maybe it'll spark my interest to read, what's the series that everyone loves? Belladonna, I believe. Maybe I'll read that. I'm not quite sure, but I'm excited nonetheless. And then also in February, we have Always by Helen Hart, which is book 6 in the Follow Me series that she has. This comes out on February 10th. Now, I can't read to you what it's about because what Helen Hart had done, she wrote 3 books, Follow Me Darkly, Follow Me Under, and Follow Me Always, which follows Sky and Brayden in their kind of romance and how it comes out. It gives you a little bit of 50 Shades series because it is very similar to the way that the characters and the story is built up, but it is way different in the fact that there is way more plot in this series than there was in 50 Shades, and it is not all about, you know, the BDSM aspect of it. So I fell in love with this series. And then what she did was she came out with 3 books that are from Brayden's point of view. So you have Darkly, and then Under, and now we have Always, which is the 3rd and final book from Brayden's point of view. I can't, again, tell you much more about that. You need to go read it. Check trigger warnings, but if you liked the 50 Shades series and were like, okay, this really doesn't have a plot and it's all about like the BDSM aspect, and you found character flaws in Anastasia and Christian, definitely go pick up this series because Sky is from Kansas and moved to the big city in the Northeast, and then Brayden is like this multimillionaire. But there is so much more to it. Sky really has a backbone. She knows what she wants to do in life. She knows where she wants to go. She doesn't just roll over for Brayden. And Brayden actually has to grovel and change who he is. It was just so much more in depth. So I loved this series and I cannot wait to read the final book. The next book has 2 different dates that are going to be published. One is February 27th. The other is March 4th. So I don't know which one actually is going to be, but it is Our Infinite Fates by Lauren Stephen. I am excited about because I've never read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue or This Is How You Lose the Time War, but that is what it is being compared to, that if you like those books, you're going to really like this one. So maybe if I end up up liking this, I'll go back and read both of those. I know that This Is How We Lose the Time War is a book that I've been eyeing, seeing if I want to read it. So let me know in the comments below if you think that I'll enjoy it. Here is what the book is about. They've loved each other in 1,000 lifetimes. They've killed each other in every one. Evelyn remembers all her past lives. She also remembers that in every single one, she's been murdered before her 18th birthday by Arden, a supernatural being whose soul and survival is tethered to hers. The problem is that she's quite fond of the life she's in now. Her little sister needs her for bone marrow transplants in order to stay alive. If Evelyn wants to save her sister, she'll have to 1. Find the centuries-old devil who hunts her through each life before they find her first. 2. Figure out why she's being hunted and finally break the curse. 3. Try not to fall in love. Well, girlie, we know that you're gonna end up falling in love. We already know. I think that someone said, or maybe I read somewhere, that this has queer representation in it. I thought that it was a queer romance, and that's what I was really excited for. But listening to this, it doesn't sound like that, so I'm confused. Nonetheless, I'm excited for it, but I guess I went in with other expectations, and I guess it's not that. And then we are jumping all the way to May, and that is May 6th specifically. We have The Thrashers by Julie Soto. I have never read by Julie Soto. This cover has got me wanting to read this book, and I remember reading the description and really wanting to read it, but I don't remember what I read because this was months ago that I was approved for it. Either you're in or you're out. Welcome to The Thrashers, the elite friend group at New Helvetia High. They're everything everyone wants to be. Jody Dillon was never meant to be one of them. Julian, Lucy, Paige, and the infamous Zach Thrasher are rich, sophisticated, and love attention. Jody feels out of place, but Zach's her childhood best friend, so she's in. Then Emily Mills, who desperately wanted to be a Thrasher, dies, and the whispers about the Thrashers begin. As Emily's journal surfaces, detectives close in, and Jody faces an impossible choice: betray her friends or protect herself. But as eerie messages and strange occurrences escalate, it becomes clear Emily isn't done with them yet. A twisty thrill ride of unforgettable drama and suspense that encapsulates the vulnerability of adolescents playing adult games. The Thrashers will keep you up at night, desperate to read just one more page. I am excited. This sounds a lot like Pretty Little Liars in a way, where like cryptic messages are being sent and they're trying to scramble to save themselves or at least cover up what they don't want the public to know. So I'm excited for that, but I really want to know. This is like a mystery suspense type thing, and I'm all in. I like those from time to time. I can't read too many because I predict it way too easily and then I just get bored, but this one has me intrigued. And then we are on to July. Quite a time jump on my ARC list. So July 22nd, we have Arcana Academy by Elise Kova. This was just recently announced within the past month, I think. And I was instantly approved for an ARC. I think I actually got an email from the publisher where I got a direct link to go ahead and download it. So I don't know how I got on that list, but I'm happy I was. So without even knowing what it was about, I instantly downloaded it. I haven't even read the description, so this will be my first time actually reading it with you guys. So Clara Greysword has survived the underworld of Eclipse City through thievery, luck, and a whole lot of illegal magic. After a job gone awry, Clara is sentenced to a lifetime in prison for inking tarot cards, a rare power reserved for practitioners at the elite Arcana Academy. Just when it seems her luck has run dry, the Academy's enigmatic headmaster, Prince Kalis, offers her an escape for a price. Kalis believes that Clara is the perfect tool to help him steal a tarot card from the king and use it to recreate an all-powerful card long lost to time. In order to conceal her identity and keep her close, Kalis brings Clara to Arcana Academy, introducing her as the newest first-year student and his bride-to-be. Thrust into a world of arcane magic and royal intrigue where one misstep will send her back to prison, or worse, Clara finds that the prince she swore to hate may not be what he seems. But can she risk giving him power over the world and her heart, or will she take it for herself? So this is really exciting because it's dark academia. I love that setting, but you also have tarot card magic. And the only other book that I've ever read that has tarot card magic was The Shepherd's King duet by Rachel Gillig. Absolutely loved it. I thought it was unique and really loved the magic system. So I'm wondering, this will be different. I know that, but I'm wondering how different it will be, because instead of trying to construct an entire deck, we're going to be trying to construct a card. And I'm excited for that. Like, how are we going to do that? Is this going to be very dark? I know that there's a love interest. I'm excited. The next one coming out in July is Soul of Shadow by Emma Noyes, I think. Comes out July 29th. This is what got me, this tagline. A thrilling Norse mythology inspired contemporary romantasy, sure to excite fans of the Vampire Diaries and Atlas 6. I have never read Atlas 6, but the Vampire Diaries I'm in love with. And if you have been a watcher of any of my videos, you know I'm obsessed with Norse mythology. That is what got me, but let's read what it's about. Charlie Hudson just wants to get through junior year. Since the death of her twin sister 2 years earlier, she's drifted through life, going through the motions at school and parties and even at home. The spark that once burned so brightly within her has all but flickered out, until her classmate goes missing in the forest, leaving nothing behind but a pair of shoes and strange symbols carved into a tree. Drawn to the disappearances by forces she can't explain, she finds herself investigating the mysterious, alluring newcomer in town, Elias Everhart. With piercing eyes and sharp wit, he dances around her questions, only intriguing her further. Elias has a secret. More than one. But what Charlie doesn't know is that those secrets will lead her to a place she never, a world hiding in plain sight, made of magic, gods, and monsters, and a first love fated to fall apart. That is not a complete sentence. In Emma Noyes' Soul of Shadow, truths and temptations lurk in the darkness, and for Charlie, the only thing more dangerous than facing her past is the boy with the power to change her future. This one sounds absolutely epic. I want to know who Elias Everhart is. Where did he come from? Why is he mysterious? How is he going to bring in Norse mythology? I'm excited for that. And the final book that I have out through NetGalley currently is Mistress of Bones by Maria Z. Medina, and it comes out on August 5th. Epic and romantic debut adventure fantasy where a necromancer trying to resurrect her sister gets embroiled in bigger world-ending plans instead. It's been thousands of years since the gods lifted the continents into the air so humanity could thrive, chaining the lands down with their bones and turning them into anchor. Azul del Arroyo doesn't care about gods or anchor. She cares about being responsible for her sister's death and getting her bones from the capital so she can bring her back to life. Again, but in her way stands the emissary of the Lord Death, who will do anything in his power to stop her, because a necromancer like her shouldn't exist, no matter how alluring. As Azul and the emissary's cat and mouse game leads them to the dangerous court of Ciempuntes, I butchered that, their fate becomes entwined with the Count, who begrudgingly works for a child king, a faceless witch who transforms Anchor into dreams she can peddle, and a long-lost half-brother with a secret of his own. It's a time of enlightenment, of rapiers and scientific prowess in a country where Anchor ceased to be something worth revering a long time ago, and people have forgotten the gods' sacrifice. But the gods haven't, because the gods want their bones back, and they're not opposed to becoming players in their own game. Swashbuckling, grand, and tragically romantic, Mistress of Bones is a can't-miss debut about love, about loss, and of course about death. I'm intrigued. I think after reading that description, I'm on the fence if I'm actually going to like it, but nonetheless, it's a debut. I can't wait to see what this author does with this world and how the gods come into play. What is going to happen whenever they take their bones back? I have a lot of questions, so whenever it gets closer to August, I will be reading this book. All right, everyone, those are the 8 books that I have out from NetGalley currently. Which ones of these are you excited for? Are any of these on your radar for 2025? Are you excited to hear my thoughts about it? I would love to know all of your comments below. But if you do not want to leave a comment, but you want to let me know that you were here, leave me a star emoji for my ACOTAR sweatshirt that you can pick up through the bookish box through my ambassador link down below. Other than that, everyone, I will see you next time. Bye!